today is the medical evaluation. It's the next step in the process. And so today I went through the medication that I had from the last transfer, and I wrote down everything that I had, so hopefully it can you know, help a little bit with the medication costs for the intended parents. We're almost all ready to go. It's about an hour and a half drive, and so I'm always like over preparing, so I got all his favorite snacks. I got him 2 sippy cups full of this awesome juice that I found to keep him happy, and he's almost ready to go. I just changed his diaper. We got his diaper bag, my purse, sweatshirts, everything to keep us comfortable. It's not that bad of a drive. Yeah, about an hour and a half. I've heard from other surrogates that they've had to drive 3 hours or more to their IVF office. So I'm thankful that it's not too bad, and it's also right off the highway. So it's just gonna be highway all way, and shouldn't be, yeah, it should be good. So I'm hoping that he will behave. I'm taking him along. This is the only time that I'm gonna bring him. Every other time I'll be doing local monitoring until the embryo transfer, and then when that happens, my husband will be with me. So praying, hoping that he is a good boy today, right? You can be a good boy? Yeah, he's watching Daniel Tiger. Yeah, so let's get this show on the road. I'm on the main highway right now, so we should be on here for most of the way, but I still have Waze on just in case. I love my Waze app. And I got a little guy in the back. He's I got Toy Story 3 playing for him. So that should last all the way down. So recap of until today. So today's Tuesday. Today's Tuesday, and Thursday things kind of exploded with my journey in an awesome way. Thursday I received a phone call from the agency that the parents released me from contract, the last set of parents that I was in contract for, and I was waiting for 5 months to hear if they wanted to do another transfer, because there was an unsuccessful transfer in August. So yeah, so Thursday I finally got word that they want to, that it's just not going to work out. So that day the agency had me apply for personal insurance through them, because I was going to be using my own insurance, health insurance for everything, and then the intended parents, the last intended parents, they were going to reimburse me for everything, co-pays, anything and everything included. So I did that on Thursday, and then Thursday night, actually no, Thursday afternoon, they also emailed, the agency emailed me a release waiver for all the medical records from the IVF office of everything that I went through with the last set of intended parents, including all appointments, the transfer, medications, hormone levels, everything. And then Thursday night, I got an email again from the agency saying that they think that they have a potential match for me, and they're asking me if I was available on the next day at 3 p.m. to do a Skype call with them. And so I called the agency and I asked a little bit about the parents before I accepted, seeing, you know, just some general questions of, you know, why they need a surrogate, kind of the timeline that they have involved. And I learned that these parents are very motivated. They already have an embryo ready to go. So I'll find out today at the medical evaluation the timeline of when the transfer will be, but it should be rather quick because the embryo is already frozen, so I don't have to line up my reproduction cycle with the donor. It's not going to be a fresh transfer. It's going to be the embryo is going to be taken from being frozen, and I guess they're going to thaw it out. All the science behind it just amazes me. I'm not 100% on everything, but it's just how I understand it. And so yeah, that was Thursday, and I'm learning a little bit about the parents. I said, yeah, let's do the conference call the next day. So the next day, Friday, 3 p.m. I think he's really liking the movie. 3 p.m. I had a Skype call with them. Went really, really well. During the Skype call, right there, they weren't supposed to ask me, but they asked me if I would be their surrogate, and the agency was also on the line, and they're like, Brittney, don't answer that. You know, they told the parents that they're gonna call me separately, and you know, so that I don't feel uncomfortable and on the spot to answer right there and then, and that, you know, I don't feel pressured, which I appreciated. So then the agency called me after the Skype call ended, and you know, we talked a little bit about it, and I had a couple other questions that I was wondering about. They addressed those questions, and I felt comfortable, and I said, yeah, I will definitely, I'll be very happy to work with them. They made me feel very comfortable, very relaxed, and just, they seem very genuine and caring people. So I was very, very happy with who they matched me with. So then the agency sent me a match agreement that I signed, and that's not the contract. It's just kind of from here until the contract is signed, that I'm kind of bound to them, and that I can't be matched with anyone else, and any medical costs or any costs from now until the medical evaluation is the responsibility of the intended parents. And then the weekend was quiet. I started researching hospitals to give birth at, because now I have new insurance through the agency, and well, not through the agency, but through an insurance company that I wasn't with already. So I need to see if I can find a hospital, well, definitely will find a hospital that accepts surrogate births, that there's no exclusions or anything, and then also an OBGYN once the IVF office releases me, which is about between 12 and 14 weeks pregnant. So I started with that and just focused on schoolwork, and then Monday I got a call Monday, got a call first thing in the morning from the IVF office asking to schedule a medical evaluation, and they wanted to, you know, get me in rather soon because of how motivated the intended parents are. So they had an opening for today, the next day, which is where we are going now at 2. So yeah, that's where I am now. So we are on our way right now, keeping it down because we're passing by the offices, but I'm a little nervous. And yeah, we just got done with the medical examination. Was there for about an hour and a half, way longer than I expected. I did not expect it to go that much or that long, but we're good. Little man is enjoying his Toy Story 3 again. Hopefully he'll knock out. I definitely would if I were him. He did good. He was a little fussy, especially when they were doing the ultrasound. So I have my phone with him, he has my phone, and he's watching a show, and the show like cuts out like right when they're about to do the ultrasound, and so he's just looking at me like, why are you laying down? And he starts like getting like freaked, and so like I'm trying to keep relaxed because I don't want it to hurt too bad. And so like I'm trying to fix the show, and while he's down there, I'm like, oh gosh, this is not good. But it's alright, it went good. So yeah, it was about an hour and a half. When I went there, I had to re-sign consent forms. They basically did the whole thing over again. I thought they were gonna, I wasn't prepared for some of the things that they were going to do. I thought it was gonna be like kind of like just the ultrasound, but it wasn't. It was the full thing. So there's consent forms. My husband has to sign some things that I didn't need to mail back in. And then I had about 8 tubes of blood withdrawn, and then a urine sample, and then the ultrasound. And the ultrasound, they're looking at your uterus, making sure that it's a good home for a baby. So we're gonna get on the road right now. He's getting fussy, and I'm pretty sure that there are people who will want my parking spot. Today has been really long, so we're rewarding ourselves with some Chick-fil-A. Really slept the whole entire way, which I am so happy about. He just woke up, so I just put on Toy Story again for him because I can't change it. Yeah, so we're getting Chick-fil-A, and then we're on our way home finally. We've been out since noon, and it's almost 6 o'clock now. I am so glad today is over. So glad. Almost. We're almost there, baby. Hang in there. We are finally home. We have our Chick-fil-A. Billy's all cuddly. He's really enjoying it. today was, yeah, like I said earlier, it was long, but I'm so happy it was over. So to kind of recap of everything that went on today, they took my blood. They took about 8 vials of blood. They took a urine sample, and then they updated my pap smear. They took a look around at the uterus, and one other thing I forget. But that when they do the ultrasound intravaginally, you do get cramping a little bit, and like it hurts a little bit, but it's really not that bad. But you know, don't take my word for it, because I have a high pain tolerance. I gave birth to him naturally and with no epidural or anything, and like to me, yeah, it was, you know, yeah, it hurt a lot, but it doesn't make me think twice about doing it again naturally the next time, and with this surrogate baby also. So for me, it didn't hurt too bad. Maybe for someone else it might hurt more or less. And so yeah, that's about it. That's all that went on. And then after the doctor kind of looks over everything, he asks what date was the first day of my last period, so he can like start the cycle. And several times he said, like, you know, I'm not trying to rush you, but the attendant parents, you know, they're rushing me. And I'm like, it's fine, like I'm able to keep up. So I got a transfer date of March 4th, and I think that they want it even sooner, but he just, you know, he's trying to slow them down. He's like, there's only so much that we can do, because he has to prep my body for, you know, for the embryo and to receive it correctly. So I started medications today. He wrote out what I need to do between now and when he sees me. I believe next Thursday he said he wants to see me. Yeah, so he put down, you know, from now until I believe this Sunday, he wants me to take 2 birth control pills today, and then 1 until Sunday. So it's only, you know, a week of birth control. And then everyday baby aspirin to have more blood go to the uterus, and then a prenatal, of course. So after he wrote it that, then he called the agency, let them know that I'm good to go, and they were happy. And then he called the pharmacy, which was downstairs in the building, to get the prenatals, the baby aspirin, and the birth control ready. And I was so happy, because the last time I went, which was like 6 months ago, to get the medications from the pharmacy, it's a very busy pharmacy, it took like an hour and a half, and we were already in the office for an hour and a half, and so I didn't want to make my little guy wait for another hour and a half. I'm like, this is just not gonna be good. But it was ready within like 5 minutes. I was so happy. I was so thankful for that. So we got the medication, got my instructions, got the, yeah, after I signed out all the consent forms, they gave me the forms that my husband needs to sign, and with a prepaid envelope. They take care of everything. Like they really make you feel appreciated. The whole staff, I was so excited to see them again. They were very excited to see me. They're like, welcome back. And they called me a repeat offender, even though I haven't, you know, there was no pregnancy. I'm still a repeat offender, because now I'm moving on to with new parents and with a new transfer. So that's, and then after we got, yeah, and then we parking structure, found our car. I was very happy that I found it on the first try. It's a very large parking structure. And we drove home. So now we're here. So for the rest of the week, I need to keep up with the medications, and then the injections start next Thursday. And he said something about patches too, which is new. I didn't do patches last time. I heard about other surrogates doing them, so that will be new. With that probably this or next Thursday, not this Thursday, but the following Thursday, I believe it's the 11th, I will definitely let you guys see my first injection. I have Corey do them. I can't do them myself though. I just turn the other way and I just let him. Same thing when I get my blood drawn or the ultrasound, I just let them do whatever and I'm just looking around. I don't want to see what's going on. Cause I don't know, I'm a very visual person. If I see it and I just connect the pain with it, I think that the pain will intensify, and cause it's all like in the mind, so I'm like, I'm all set. You do what you need to do. And I'll be watching my adorable son or something. Yes, thank you for viewing.